through the house. Not a creature was stirring. Not even a mouse. The stockings were hung by the chimney with care, in hopes that St. Nicholas soon would be there. The children were nestled all snug in their beds, with visions of sugar plums dancing in their heads. Do you know sugar plums aren't plums? Sugar plum comes from the Old English. It means sugar-coated. See, before they had candy, or we could go to the store and buy a Wonka bar or whatever we had, what parents would do is they would take fennel seeds or flax seeds, even lavender seeds, and they would coat them in sugar and cook them in a real hot pan. And they'd caramelize the sugar. Let them cool and do it again. Let them cool and do it again. Then they'd let them cool, and you know what they'd do? They'd do it again. And when they were done, they had candy-coated seeds that they could give as a gift or a present or a treat. And it isn't that these were anything spectacular. The thing about it was, it took time to do it. It took effort to do it. Had to think about someone and care about someone a lot to spend 2 or 3 days doing this. Now these have been in here way too long for me to risk handing out. However, I have some new ones. These are sunflower seeds. If you have a sunflower allergy, this isn't something that you'd want to try. But if you don't, I'm going to grab some small cups. Anyone who wants to try some can try some. And they're all saying, is he actually going to finish the story? Yes, he is. Put that floor so far away. Would you like to try some? There you go. Now, you're welcome. Now, you're welcome. Down. He has his hands full. That's why moms and dads have forearms like Popeye.
We'll share. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you. You're welcome. And I will be honest, truth in advertising, I didn't make these. A very nice gentleman named Trader Joe made these. Those are these will go over here. Where was I before I forgot where I was?
You're on sugar plums.
Sugar plums. Come here, Ricky. Can't reach the mouse. Okay, we'll have you rest there. All right. With Mama in her kerchief and I in my cap, go Bruins. Had just settled in for a long winter's nap when out on the lawn there arose such a clatter, I sprang from my bed to see what was the matter. Away to the window I flew like a slow flash, tore open the shutters and threw up the sash. The moon on the breast of the new fallen snow gave the luster of midday to objects below. Full moon on the snow, or after the snow, nothing like it. When what to my wandering eye should appear but a miniature sleigh and 8 tiny reindeer. At first I thought they were goats. With a little old driver so lively and quick, I knew in a moment it must be St. Nick. More rapid than eagles the coursers they came, and he whistled and shouted and called them by name. Do we know the names? Alvin and Simon and Theodore? No, that's a different story. Now Dasher, now Dancer, now Prancer and Vixen. On Comet, on Cupid, on Donner and Blitzen. To the top of the porch, to the top of the wall. Now dash away, dash away, dash away all. As dry leaves before the wild hurricane flew, when they fly, when they meet to an obstacle, mount to the sky. So up to the housetop, the coursers they flew, with a sleigh full of toys and St. Nicholas too. And then in a twinkling, I heard on the roof the prancing and pawing of each tiny roof. As I drew in my head and was turning around, down the chimney St. Nicholas came with a bound. He was dressed all in fur, from his head to his foot, and his clothes were all tarnished with ashes and soot. Not really his fault. If I had cleaned the chimney, he probably would have had a much better time of it. A bundle of toys he had flung on his back. He looked like a peddler just opening his pack. His eyes, how they twinkled, his dimples, how merry. His cheeks were like roses, his nose like a cherry. His droll little mouth was drawn up in a bow, and the beard on his chin was as white as the snow. Getting there. The stump of a candy cane he held tight in his teeth. The hat on his head circled him like a wreath. He had a broad little face and a little round belly. It shook when he laughed like a bowl full of jelly. He was chubby and plump, a right jolly old elf, and I laughed when I saw him in spite of myself. A wink of his eye and a twist of his head soon gave me to know I had nothing to dread. He spoke not a word, went straight to his work, and filled all the stockings and turned with a jerk. He's a very, very busy man, Santa Claus. And laying a finger aside of his nose, probably so that he doesn't get the soot in his nose when he goes back up, giving a nod up the chimney he rose. He sprang to his sleigh, to his team gave a whistle, and away they all flew like the down of a thistle. But I heard him exclaim, ere he drove out of sight, what did he say?
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas to all,
And to all.
and to all a good night. What a great story. I've been reading this story and hearing this story since my hair was red and my waist was thin. A long time. Now, let's see, is there a song about Santa Claus that anybody knows? Do we know Rudolph the red-nosed reindeer had a very shiny nose? And if you ever saw it, you would even say it glowed like a light bulb. All of the other reindeer used to laugh and call him names like Pinocchio. They never let poor Rudolph join in any reindeer games. Then one foggy Christmas Eve, Santa came to say, Rudolph, with your nose so bright, won't you guide my sleigh tonight? Then all the reindeer loved him, as they shouted out with glee, ha! Rudolph the red-nosed reindeer, you'll go down in history. Now, the tradition of giving